Folding samosas, making samosa filling, and frying samosas does not have to be hard. So, join me in this video as I take you through the step-by-step process on how I made these delicious samosas. To get started, I put my minced beef in the cooking pot, turned on the flame, then added my spices of choice, which are Knoll seasoning, crushed peppers, cumin powder, and black pepper. And then I gave everything a quick mix. This will help the beef to absorb the spices even as they continue to cook. And at this point, I'm covering them up and let them cook on medium heat. And at this point, I'm adding the minced ginger and garlic that I had prepared earlier. I'm then going to give it a quick mix and let them continue to cook as we build on our flavors. And right there, as you can see, I had prepped some other herbs that we're going to be adding in a little bit. And just a little tip, as you're cooking, it is not recommended to add all your herbs and your spices at the same time. Some of them take longer to cook, and some of them need some certain condition to cook by themselves. So by adding them step by step, it helps to build on your flavor and make your food taste so flavorful. So I'm mixing everything up very well to make sure that the ginger and the garlic is spreading all the flavors into the meat evenly. And then give everything a quick mix. And as you can see, my beef is looking very nice and it looks like it's almost done. And now it is time for me to add in the grated carrots, the minced bell peppers, and the onions. All this will be adding in color and amazing flavor into our samosa filling. And as you can see, they are all looking very nice. And I'm giving everything a quick mix, even as we build on our flavors I had mentioned to you earlier. And also one more reason as to why I'm adding them at this time is because the onion, the bell pepper, and the grated carrots don't take long to cook, so you're not going to be cooking them for a long time. And at this time, I'm covering them again for a little bit, just to let those cook for a few more minutes. And at this time, we're going to be adding in our cilantro and then turn off the heat. I'm turning off the flame because cilantro does not need a lot of cooking as they are very tender. And look at that. Those samosa filling are now ready for the next step. The next step is to transfer them into another pan to strain them. This will help in getting rid of the excess liquid as we do not want some soggy samosas. Right here, I have some samosa wraps that I have prepared earlier. I'm going to attach the video in the comment section in case you want to learn how to make some samosa wrappings. I'm keeping them in a Ziploc bag as exposing them to the air will dry them up and it will be hard for us to use them to make the samosas. I am now making the paste or the glue that I'm going to use to seal the samosas. To make it, I'm using wheat flour and some warm water to form a thin batter as shown in the video. And here is the consistency of the batter that I'm looking for. And here we have the samosa filling, and the excess liquid and the fat are resting at the bottom of the plate. I'm going to put this messy plate on the side, and then I'm going to be using a clean plate to make my work easier. And now the next step is to fold our samosas. So after making the samosa wraps that were circular, approximately 12 inches in diameter, I cut them up into quarters. So on the curved edge of the quarter, I get the center, then apply the paste we had made earlier on one side as shown on the video. Overlap the side with the paste onto the other edge with no paste to form a triangular pocket, and then make sure that the pointed edge or the tip is well sealed. And then next is to add in the samosa filling. I'm adding in like 2 tablespoons or 3/4 full, and this will also depend on the size of the samosa that you are making. Basically, I want you to think about making it 3/4 full. Then I'm pushing it down with the spoon to make sure that it is well packed. Then apply the paste on the upper edge. Then seal the samosa. We need to make sure that all the edges are well sealed so there's no oil getting into the samosa while we are frying them. And then we repeat the process until we are all done. And after I was done, it is now time to fry the samosas. So on a cooking pot, I'm now adding in the cooking oil and then turn on the flame to medium heat. And after the cooking oil was heated up, it is now time to drop the samosas. You have to make sure that you're dropping them slowly so you don't splash some cooking oil on yourself and then burn yourself. And as you can see, our samosas are cooking nicely and they are almost done. And these ones are looking like they are done. I'm gonna take them out, put them on a rack so they can drain the extra oil. And I'm now frying the extra batch until I'm all done. And at this point, I want to appreciate you for watching my videos. Thank you for your likes and your comments. I really do appreciate you. And I also kindly request you to subscribe to this channel so you are notified every time I upload a new video, and also to help me grow this channel. So at this point, I want to appreciate you for watching. Thank you for your likes and your comments, and I really do appreciate you. So here is our final product, and I hope you have learned something from this video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.